pickup truck with no license plate, whistling through the middle of nowhere, strangely, as he passed the orphanage, threw out a bag, and ran off without looking back. What kind of attack was this? When the nun came out, she saw the bag moving. Out of curiosity, he unlocked it. Suddenly, there was a punch. He did a backflip. Turns out there were 3 strange-looking babies in the bag. The other nuns heard the noise and came out to see what happened. My goodness, these 3 little ones were so cute. The nuns take care of these 3 little ones. They say they're angels, but I didn't realize that 10 years had passed. The 3 of them haven't changed a bit. You can't tell by their appearance. They used to be angels to the nuns. Now they're like demons. They pull teeth every day. They never use anesthetic. They just use a little hammer and that's it. The nuns are terrified. They were afraid to take these 3 children. The day the orphanage finally got some good news, a rich couple came. They wanted to adopt a child. When the mother superior heard the good news, what else could she think? Rushed to hide all the other children in the orphanage. Release those 3 children. If one of them is really taken away, everyone would be better off. So, under the control of the director, they chose Mushroom Head. On the way home, the man said, "Today is your birthday, make a wish. I'll make it happen for you." The mushroom said, "That's great. Actually, my wish is very simple. I want to take my 2 brothers with me. I don't want to be separated from them." As soon as the couple heard that, since the 3 of them are so close, if they were separated, everyone would be sad. So they went back and put the mushrooms down and replaced it with Curly, who loved lollipops. Time flies. Another 25 years passed and the 3 of them grew up.
25年弹指一挥间，这哥仨是一点没变。
They used to be the little angels of the nuns. Now all they do is sleep. The nuns couldn't take it anymore, so they threw a punch at the leg of the bed. The big man got up and took it out on the nuns. He was shouted down by the nuns. He turned into a meek little lamb. The nun saw that the 3 of them had nothing to do all day, so she gave them a job, repairing the big clock in the belfry. That clock, Fry took one look at it. He swung a hammer and I broke it and knocked it into the mushroom's head. DA brought a chainsaw to help, but couldn't get up the ladder when he stepped on it. His IQ plummeted. He hung the chainsaw directly on his back. The little strips of wood were cut off one by one. At 12:00 at noon, my sister arrived. Sister came over to check on their progress, but by now, the 3 men on the roof were already having fun. A round of hammering. The hammer flew out. Luckily they bent over in time. Otherwise, the nun would have been killed on the spot. After that, she was enraged. She decided to go up and show them some color. But when she grabbed the ladder cracked in half. The nun was confused what was going on. Meanwhile, the 3 of them were up there fixing the bell. They unlocked the clock without even looking at it. The clock slipped off the roof. Then, the nun's eyes burned. The 3 of them tried to get downstairs to save her, but there's no way to get up the ladder. Mushroom and Fry fall from the sky. They fell right on their heads. As they turned, the big man stepped on stilts. To prevent being hit, he grabbed the nun and ran to the side and crashed into a fire hydrant. The big man couldn't get up again. Fry brought a bucket of water. The 3 of them decided to eat first, but when they turned the corner on the road, the priest's ladder was knocked over. He fell and hit the man below. The 3 of them looked back. Ouch. He's got a lot of nerve in broad daylight. They went up and beat him up. This orphanage is not doing well. It's going to close down in a month, unless they can come up with $300,000. Everyone here is confused. Where are they gonna get that kind of money? The 3 oldest kids in the family stepped up. They decided to go to the city and make a go of it. They wanted to make money to save the orphanage. On the day they left, all the children came out to see them off. The nun next to them said, "What are these 3 going to do? They don't know anything." Another nun said, "Let them go, otherwise we'll all go crazy." The 3 of them decided to hitchhike to save money, but the big man made a mistake, tied the other end of the tow rope to the back wheel of the bike. Once in town, the 3 of them started their own business. This was their sign for $300,000. You can't do anything. Don't say it didn't take long. They had customers coming to them. D.A. Young said 2 days ago, "I found out I have a terminal illness. I don't have much time left. I just want to get rid of it as soon as possible. Can you come to my house tonight to see me off, but only if you don't turn on the lights. I'll give you $300, 000 when it's done." In fact, these 2 are fakes. They're planning to steal Ami's other half, so that they can inherit his fortune. The 3 of them want to breathe a sigh of relief. It's easy. He knocked him off with a big belly. That's all. D.A. Chung almost let them send them away. The mission isn't done yet. The 3 can't quit halfway. They dragged Ami's car all the way to the hospital. At this point, it was already past the time to see the doctor. What to do? The 3 dressed up as nurses and used the beauty trick. They asked the doctor where D.A. Chung was. Seeing the 3 of them coming scared D.A. Chung so much that he shrunk into his cast, based on the principle of beginning and ending. If you say you'll help him, You have to help him. They ordered a toothpick and threw it into the hole. And then, bam, Diamantopoulos was blown up. The three of them went to check it out. But this guy's got a pretty tough life. Why not smother him with a bath towel? But just then, the police came. They had to run away. They happened to meet Curly downstairs. Haven't seen him for years. He wanted to invite them to dinner, but they refused because for them, their first priority was to earn the $300,000. So the three of them started their second business. Growing Spanish mackerel on a golf course because they desperately needed $300,000 to keep the orphanage from going under. They were geniuses at getting rich. They believed that you reap what you sow, so they grow fish in the spring. And in the fall, nature? No way. By then it all stinks. Someone drove by. The three of them rushed to sell the mackerel. Not long after, the police came. They were so scared, they didn't dare turn back. They just ran. They ran straight into a small dark room. They started blaming each other. Mushroom said a lot of words that hurt DA and off-Fry's self-esteem. They left in a huff. Suddenly, the lights came on and there was applause. Mushroom was chosen by the director to be an actor. In the evening, Curly sees a picture of his three childhood friends. He called his wife Ami to look at it with him. It turned out they were a couple. When Ami saw the photo, she was so shocked that she sprayed her face with foam. The next day, the two brothers were not idle. They set up a stall in front of the zoo. Dalmi and Dachan came too. They wanted to get rid of those three. With Dalmi's help, Dachan climbed into the zoo, but he didn't realize that Dachan was looking in the wrong place. This is the lion's territory. When the lion saw Chan at the door, he tried to bite him. Luckily, the chain wasn't long enough. Big John got a little puffed up, starts to stand up and provoke. Fry was feeding peanuts to the dolphin. The peanut was blocking his nose. The big guy sees this. He gives the dolphin the Heimlich maneuver. The peanut came out. It hit the lion like a bullet. The lion's eyes instantly filled with blood. The intense pain made it break free from the chain and rushed towards Big John. Then, the brothers continued walking down the street, looking for a new business venture. They wandered around the streets. They found their former best friend Mushroom had become a hot star. In order to raise money to save the orphanage from closing down, they have to borrow money from Curly's foster father. They find out that Ami is Curly's wife. They realize the situation is not good. They found Mushroom, who was shooting a movie. After telling him the truth, the three decided not to let Ami's plan succeed. So the next day, they rode their skateboards to Curly's house for his and Ami's first anniversary party. First, they ate abalone and lobster. Then they went to Curly's room. They told him the truth. At that moment, Dachan and Ami came over. They pointed their guns at them. Don't make a sound. Don't move. At that moment, Curly's foster father came. You think he came to save them? No. He's actually in cahoots with Ami. When his foster mom left him, she left all her inheritance to Curly. His foster father didn't approve. He married her for money, no love at all.
Otherwise, he wouldn't have adopted Curly. So we must get rid of Curly now for the inheritance, right? And get rid of the others too. That's not so bad. They were driving through the forest.
Suddenly, the big guy pulls a mouse out of his pocket. The car was a mess. The car started rocking down the road uncontrollably. It went straight into a ditch. It sank to the bottom of the ditch. Now they had to find a way to escape through the window. That's when the big guy let out a fart. There's a way out. Mushroom took out a waterproof match. The next moment, there was a bang and a splash. They were saved. Now all three of them knew that Curly had inherited a big fortune. He was a rich man, so they hoped to borrow $300,000, but it was flatly refused. So the three of them went back to the orphanage.
But to their surprise, the orphanage had changed. It turns out that the director had sponsored the orphanage. The director had financed the renovation of the orphanage.
At the same time, he signed a contract with the three of them to be the main characters of his next movie. The money will be used to support the orphanage. From now on, the three of them will live a carefree life.
Please enjoy the movie.
Thank you for following us.